Okay, aloha mai kako and welcome back to class. So today we're gonna talk about la'au lapa'au, couple things. So we're looking at la'au lapa'au like in this particular plant laukahi. Some of you may know this plant, some of you may not. But laukahi is a plant used for with pa'akai, and so you sort of like have a draining effect. But if you look down when you have a cut or when something has pus or you have a boil, those are the kinds of things you use to draw out all of that junk. Okay, so this is laukahi down here. Yeah, and you can tell laukahi because of the shape of the leaf. And also if you look at the lines here, that's the laukahi, yeah. Normally, this is where they grow in the grass, so you gotta look. But it's also distinguished by, you see this plant, this part of the plant, yeah. This is, it'll always be, it's part of this plant, if you wanna call it. But this is laukahi. So if you're looking in your grass, some of us have this, and some of us don't. But it's normally in the grass, so if we're going to look at all of this, if you can look, see this parts right here, you can tell the difference. This is my daughter again. Say hi. Say hi, Lepuna. Okay. This is actually the laukahi, and if you look, come down to the ground, and you can see all the laukahi. It's different from the grass, but actually, it's you can see it because of this thing standing up, and it gets taller. Okay, so whenever you pick, yeah, you can film me now. Whenever you pick, you wanna harvest like this and pull the laukahi, yeah, and normally this is in the driveway, so you wanna be able to harvest this where in your grass area where people don't trample a whole lot over it or the cars don't run over it because you're gonna use it for la'au. But just for the sake of understanding that this is laukahi, this is the medicine. So this is how you harvest, and depending on what the needs are, yeah, we can look at old culture where it's if it's a female thing, you use your left hand to gather to pick, and if it's a male illness or male thing, you use your right hand. But basically, just knowing that is good. You wanna look at all the areas that people don't actually walk over. Okay, if you decide to gather. So what you do with this is you actually wash it. Yeah, everything have to be ma'e ma'e, and it's just water. Yeah, and then you actually, excuse me, I'm looking at my kids, and then you actually put it into a pot, a small pot, because it's small. You let the water boil a little bit, turn it off, and just put this in. And you'll leave it in there for maybe like a minute. It's called blanching. And then you take this out and you put it in your whatever you're gonna pound in, but you need pa'akai. Not the kind that you buy in the store, the big rock. Real pa'akai. Any la'au you're gonna use real pa'akai. You never, we don't wanna use all the synthetic processed stuff. Yeah. So once you get this and the pa'akai and you mash it, it'll actually turn into a poultice, and you'll be able to squeeze whatever's in the poultice onto whatever kinds of things you have going on. Like I said, this has to do with pulling out stuff, pulling out sickness. So you put it on, you squeeze it, all the juice comes out, then you actually put this on once you boil and mash. And then you usually just tape it, yeah, or with Band-Aid. Band-Aid it, use a first aid tape, something like that. And then you leave it on, and you should check it maybe every other day. If the wound is really bad, You wanna not leave that on. It's probably gonna burn, but burning means healing. Yeah. So you actually wanna make sure that you check it every day, depending on your cut, yeah, or your whatever is your eha. Okay. So that's part. I'll do part two. La'aw lapa'aw. Um, after this. Okay. Aloha.